Welcome back, trainers, and this is the last video for the year 2023. Let's go ahead and have a little fun in Little Cup again for the holiday cup. Okay, so I'm actually enjoying this quite a bit. It is very RPS, rock, paper, scissors, but if you're looking to just get the battles over with, again, because we do have Great League and you just don't want to go with the RPS in there, you can get it done a little bit quicker in here. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And we just so happen to have this shiny lantern, which is going to be lucky. So the IVs aren't going to be ideal, but hey, we had it under 500 combat power. So we're going to go ahead and use it. And it did great. We're going to be going with Spark, Surf, and of course, Thunderbolt. We're going to be pairing it up with Venusaur, which does have decent IVs for this little cup, as well as a Alolan Marowak, both non-shadow, but they're going to be performing pretty amazing here. And with that said, hope everybody had a fantastic year. I appreciate all of you for supporting me, stopping by and checking out the channel. Even if you don't hit that like button, I still appreciate you for just watching my videos. So we're going to keep it going here, going strong. And, you know, it's been a blast, folks. I can go on and on about it, but we're going to look at some unedited. What I mean by that is without any transitions. We're just going to go from one battle to the next without cutting it out so you can see win or lose, right? And the kind of leads that I do get here, which it was fine. You know, it was whatever. I'm not going to get stuck up on a bad lead. It's like, oh, it's a bad lead. All right, well, let's see if we can figure it out, right? But anyways, let's get into this here, folks. Venusaur up against the Vigoroth. And if you do hear barking, that is going to be the neighbor's puppy, which it's all good. All right, it's all good. It's still the middle of the day, so whatever. I know how it goes. Anyways, we have a Driftbloom out here, and we're going to be doing quite a bit with Spark, by the way. They have no more shields. So yeah, the Lantern, if you can get one here, do it. Yeah, do it. It can take a hit as well. That's the nice thing about it. And if you do have a more ideal IV for this league, I mean, I guess you can go with that and take even better hits. All right, we do have the Venusaur up against Zigzagoon Galarian here. Gotta love that shiny. One of the best in the game here. And we have a double KO. All right, so we're going to wait for the last second. I actually think I throw first. All right, yeah, there we go. And we do have, what was that? Somebody just messaged me. I didn't see it, but it was a good swap in, and then they swap into Talonflame. I bring in the Lantern, and yep, taking the win, they back out. All right, no transitions here for a while. We will go into some in a bit because there are times where I do a battle and I just let it sit there, right? All right, so Shadow Oddish. Okay, Razor Leaf is going to be massively resisted, but it is still digging in here. And we're just going to go ahead and throw the Frenzy Plant, and we're getting a shield out of them. It actually do a decent amount. They're going to retreat with energy and bring in Litwick. This was giving me trouble until I started using Lantern. I'm sure if you used it to pre-evolution too, it'd be perfectly fine, or a Ducklet, or just, you know, anything water. But yeah, Litwick can be a pain in the butt if you don't have a counter for it. And Oddish coming back into the fight, Razor Leaf being down. I do bring in the Marowak here so we can just fire spin them, right? And they have a Ducklet in the back. So we're just going to go ahead and throw the Shadow Ball right now. Shadow Bone, I should say. If you do have a Shadow Ball, a little Marowak, I guess that works too, but Shadow Bone is really good. It is going to be Legacy. So yeah, keep that in mind. You're going to have to use an Elite TM to get that. Ducklet shielding it up, and Marowak. I think we're going to shield this up. We have to. I mean, we have no choice. Go for the Shadow Bone or the Bone Club. Not going to KO. One more Fire Spin is enough to take them out. And we're getting our Stardust here. All right. I'm going to bring you some content, bring you some ideas, as well as get those wins on the account so we can keep on going. I don't know if I want to try to hit Legend. Well, I don't know. We'll figure it out. That's going to require a consistent team and not just being all wacky and picking an uneven team with no counters or protection for the lead. A lot of times I just go off the cuff and see what happens. All right, next game, we don't have a good lead up against this Alolan Sandslash Shadow, which is going to be do super effective damage. I think I want to shield this up. All right, letting it go. Not surviving that, unfortunately. And they do retreat into their Cottony, so we're going to be good up against the Sandslash as well as this Cottony here. That's pretty interesting. And the Lantern is going to be able to handle that Sandslash too, as we do resist the ice. Night Slash is going to do a decent amount. So I want to shield this up here. The Charm is really digging in, right? Farming them down. And they bring in, was that a Ducklet? It is a ducklet. All right, so immediately swapping, and now Lantern is going to be massively effective to the ducklet as well, as it is going to be flying in water. So yeah, we're going to be looking good on that front there. Going to throw the surf immediately here before they get off a charge move, taking them down, and then just quick moving down that ducklet, and we're going to take the win there and keep it going. This team did fairly well for me. At the end, it did give me a 1-4 though. I just couldn't shake the leads and counters. There's just nothing I can do. But you know how it goes. All right, bad lead with a Litwick here. So let's see. We're going to still be able to do a lot of damage to them, getting a shield from them, and they're farming me down. So we don't want to move anywhere. We don't want to lock ourselves because, like we said in the beginning, it is going to be very RPS for this, and if you do lock yourself, you can be pretty screwed. They do have a Pikachu with balloons. Can this one have fly? Is that the one that's fly? I don't remember. And yeah, there it is. Yep, fly. Awesome. So, you know, it's pretty cool that a few Pokemon only have that right now. That move is, well, actually they gave it to quite a few after this new season. Never mind, take that back. Litwick comes back for a little bit of action here, going for the Bone Club. This is going to do a lot of damage, not quite KOing. One more Fire Spin is enough, and they have a Ninetales in the back. Oh, this is going to get pretty close. Should I have went for Thunderbolt? I was thinking this is enough. Yeah, I mean, this is the 500 Combat Power League. Not exactly dealing with massive tanks here. All right, so we're just hanging out for a minute, like I said, unedited. Back into that Holiday Cup, Venusaur in the front, and Lantern. We're going to go for this team the entire time. No reorganizing it, just going just like this. And let's see what we have next here. And yes, if you're wondering, you know, when I change my team, it takes a little longer to find a match. Could that have something to do with an algorithm? You know, trying to reconfigure the team that's going to be going up against you. Somebody said somewhere that, you know, anybody can claim to be anything on the internet, on the comments, under the comments section. But they said they were some engineer, and they said something about how that's not the case. But you have so many people out here defending it as if there is not one. So I don't know who to believe anymore. I don't know, man. All I know is what I see is what I see. You know, I go in there with fire type, water leads. I put grass up front, fire leads. I mean, come on. Anyways, so we're taking a loss there. No, there was a couple that I just severely screwed up. I didn't throw when I needed to, but hey, you know, we mess up sometimes. Next game, what do we have? Venusaur into, oh yeah, well this is good. They're gonna want to swap here into their Ducklet. We're gonna go ahead and bring in Lantern, which is gonna completely shut it down. Brave Bird, it does okay. I mean, this thing actually takes a hit even for this league here. So hitting me with a Bubble Beam, lowering my attack, and another Bubble Beam, so our attack has been dropped by 2 stages. All right, now it's time to take out a little brother here. If they come back in here with that, yes, exactly what they do. So since it is part water, they drop my attack by 2 stages. Still doing a good amount. It looks like about 40%, about 42% there. Gonna go for another one. They let it go. We take them out. Immediately swapping into our Marowak up against their Sand Slash, and we were just gonna melt that thing right away. So they back out. We take that win. All right, what are we gonna see next here? So, oh man, folks, it looks like Niantic is really going to go for the ticket way. And if you haven't seen my last video, they're actually giving you your money back. Like, so essentially you're buying a ticket for the New Year's event, and it's 99 cents or equivalent in your area. And then the reward, the last reward, is going to be 100 Pokecoins. So essentially that's $1. Some can say it's a scam. Some can say it's a deal. You know, you're essentially getting it for free, something for nothing. But they're pulling Pokecoins out of thin air. So yeah, I don't know. We can always critique it here and there, but pretty interesting. I wonder if that's going to be a new model by handing out Pokecoins and essentially making the box free, but highly doubt it. It's probably just a New Year's thing, but we'll have to see. Now this is a horrible matchup. Still have 2 shields. There's nothing I can do. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you're over. Charmer versus a grass. All right, yeah, I'm just trapped there, but it happens. That's why it gets very frustrating with this, because a lot of times it's not necessarily down to skill, not to, you know, discredit any of my opponents or nothing like that, because I get it too. But it's just a matter of tap the screen. You're screwed, right? You're just walled. Nothing you can do. All right, so we do have this Altaria here. Spark is still doing a decent amount, surprisingly. Probably because we're all just so low combat power. And I'm just going to throw Surf here. I want to start getting shields. All right, sweet. I figured they would shield that up. Getting to the next Surf, which is essentially going to do nothing. Well, it's going to do a decent amount, but they're going to use 2 shields. Sounds good. Unfortunately, we have 2 Pokemon that are going to not be very effective. So I do decide to go with the Marowak, as it is going to be able to do at least a little bit more with that. Oh, it's not Shadow. With Fire Spin, at least. I wish I had a Shadow 500 combat power. That thing would definitely not be able to take a hit. Going for the, oh my goodness, that's one-shotting that. And they have a Skeleturge in the back. I did an extra quick move for whatever reason. That was kind of dumb. But they do back out before I'm actually able to land it, and we take that win. Lowland Marowak sweeping it up at the end there for us. Next game, we have a Ducklet. All right, so it's going to do a lot of damage with that quick move here, but if we land a Frenzy Plant, that is essentially going to KO. But they're going to be catching like a pro. Okay. And the Punkaboo. So okay, I'm gonna go ahead and swap into the Marowak and farm them down. That Frenzy Plant almost one-shotted it. That's just what's gonna happen to everything in this cup. All right, from the Venusaur. Imagine Shadow hitting me with a Bubble Beam. I'm letting it go. Gonna go for the Shadow Bone because it's just gonna do more damage. Obviously, they're freaking they're flying. And we do not get to the next one. Maybe I can throw the other one, but no, this is definitely going to KO us here. So bringing in the Lantern, and they do have a Cottony in the back. So, I don't know why I didn't swap. Oh, okay. I was thinking I wanted to get a shield out of them. Frenzy Plant's going to be enough to KO them here. I guess that's why they tried to do that. But there was no reason for them to shield a Lantern, knowing that they resist everything. So, yep, down we go here. And can we make this work? Oh my goodness, folks. Another Cottony screwing me over here at the end with that Charm. And oh, it was so close. That thing had about 2 or 1 HP. Good game. Next one, we're going to be met with a Shadow Graveler. This is great for us. They're retreating into the Ducklet. Of course, you already know we're going to bring in that Lantern, and we're farming them all the way down. And we're going to come out of this battle with a lot of energy here. And we're looking good. Was that a Brave Bird that they just threw there? And bringing back that Graveler. I don't know if we're going to be able to make it to another Surf. That quick move sure is doing a lot. And we do barely, because Lantern is a tank even in this cup. And we're one-shotting it, letting it go, holding on to that last shield. And they do have their Litwick in the back. And this is pretty much a wrap here, as we're going to be able to get to these Bone Clubs faster than they can take us out with that Flame Charge, plus their quick move that they do have, which is actually doing a decent amount, this little Litwick here. And I just prefer the Alolan Marowak. I don't know, maybe because of the Bone Club. It's actually working pretty good for me here. All right, taking the win up against that Litwick. Next game, what are we going to see here? Fantastic lead. Let's go. What are they going to swap to? It's going to be a Miltank. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and bring in our Alolan Marowak. Now, that was a little quick, so I figured it was going to be a Body Slam. But the next one, they do build up a little bit more energy, so I was thinking, you know, don't they have Rock Slide? Doesn't Miltank have Rock Slide too now? So we have to be a little bit cautious about that. So I'm just going to shield it up for good measure and farm them down. We do have a decent amount of energy, so more than likely we'll be getting shields here. Gonna go for the Shadow Bone. Okay, yep, Ducklet. Don't want to be going for no ground types up against that Flyer. Letting this go, otherwise I'd be just stop playing Go Battle League if you're going to shield that up. Bring in the Lantern here to start farming up a whole hell of a lot, and we're already looking fantastic, because what do they have? Jinchio, there's nothing that they can do at this point, and we swap into the Venusaur, and this is pretty much a wrap here. Frenzy Plant, do they want to fight on, or are they going to let this go? They are fighting on. All right, sounds good to me here. Now, Thunderbolt will actually do a decent amount. Yeah, wow, okay. Yep, it is the little cup. So down we go. We're going to go ahead and just bring in the star of the show here, the shiny one, take them out, and they're backing out. We take that win, looking good, and moving on to the next one. Folks, what are we going to see? Show me something good. A Cottony, fantastic. This is great for us here, but check out the damn Charm damage. It's still just chunking away, and we're not even Shadow. That's just Charm. It's just amazing. Sludge Bomb, one shot, they let it go, and they do have a Ferrothorn. Oh my, Ferroseed. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. This No, they resist everything we have. Now, I'm just throwing Frenzy Plant because it's still, whatever. Look at, we were just on the edge there, so, making it work. Gonna absolutely destroy them here with the Marowak. They're gonna retreat after going for an Iron Head, and we let it go. Gonna go for the Bone Club. What is that? Oh, yep, it's gonna be super effective. And I don't think we were able to swap quite yet, so we're gonna go ahead and shield this up and wait. Yeah, no, we're good to go. We're just staying here for now. Going for another Bone Club. Getting the shield, swapping the Lantern, playing this correctly. Not going to be able to farm them down, but we're easily letting this go. Well, Thunderbolt will do okay. It's just going to be a Bubble Beam though. And yeah, just going to go ahead and throw that Surf and take the win. Lantern, getting me some Stardust over here, folks. I'm actually probably going to just use this team again, or at least the Lantern, because did pretty good for me. Venusaur, still amazing. It's always amazing. All right, another great lead up against Cottony here. And gonna go for the Sludge Bomb again. Most of the time people shield these up. Okay, yeah. Because as you can see here, all they have to do is shield that up and they can just destroy you. So it looks like they are gonna be trying to catch or something, bringing in that Litwick, and we're gonna go ahead and bring in the Lantern, letting this first one go, this Mystical Fire, and just throw the Surf here. They can't really outpace us. Even if we let that go, they're gonna let it go, holding on to that last shield. More than likely gonna bring in that Cottony and farm us down here. We're gonna throw right at the edge. Sounds good. Those are actually kind of tanky too. They can take a hit, especially if it's resisted. Bringing in the Marowak to farm them down here. We've got 2 shields. Let's see what you got in the back. Throwing the Bone Club to get a shield from them. What was that? Okay, so swapping into the Venusaur for a little bit of a combo breaker for the Frenzy Plant, taking the win, one-shotting it, and we still have 2 shields left as well. All right, it's Fairy Rock Paper Scissors, as you can see here, shiny this time around. All right, they want to stay here. Sounds good to me. So they're gonna have to shield this up, unless, okay, yeah, they're gonna let it shield it up and retreat, bringing in the Litwick. We've seen this one before. Immediately throwing this here. We're already in a fantastic position. Do you see what are they supposed to do? You know, this is nuts. If you don't have a, you know, you don't have to have a good lead. We've seen bad leads wins here, but it's something else. Alrighty, so 2 shields, 0 shields. We're looking fantastic here. Definitely going to shield this up. Could be an Aerial Ace. That's exactly what it is. Taking them out before they do swap here with the Frenzy Plant. Venusaur is already taunting them. Down they go, and this is about a wrap. Oh, they get to it. I think I shield this up just because I want to. Venusaur can take the win here for us. And folks, thank you for all the support. Really appreciate all of you. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!